All right, let's go on to this next one. So we also can calculate sector. Sector is the area bounded by two radii and the intercepted arc. So we can draw a circle over here, right? We have our circle. And so we're looking for the area bounded by two radii and the intercepted arc. So that means we're looking for this like pie piece, pizza wedge that we have right here. Okay, and it's pretty similar to the area of an arc length, right? Arc length, we want just a fraction of the circumference. So here we want to fraction the area of the whole circle. So to calculate the area, I would say area equals n over 360, so that's my fraction of my circle, times the area of a whole circle, pi r squared. Okay, so we can then use this to calculate some different areas. So find the area of sector MQN, right? So that's this section in here, this green section, and leave your answer in terms of pi. So area equals the fraction of the circle, so 78 degrees over 360, right? So that represents the fraction, times the area of the whole circle, pi times 10 squared. Okay. Again, it said to leave this answer in terms of pi. So when I do that, I'm going to do 78 times 360, or 78 divided by 360 times 10 squared. Get my answer as a fraction. So I'd have 65 thirds, right? And then I want it in terms of pi, so I'm going to stick that pi on the end, and this is centimeters squared. All right, you try this next one. So pause the video, try these next two, double check that you're getting them right, and then we'll check what you got. All right, so to set up this first one, you should have said area equals 165 over 360 times pi times 3 squared. Again, we're leaving our answer in terms of pi. So my answer would be 33/8 pi units squared. Units not listed there. Next one, I should have tried this one as well. 59 over 360 times pi times 10 squared. Again, we're leaving it in terms of pi, so you'd ignore the pi, multiply everything. You get 295 over 18 pi units squared. All right, last formula we're going to learn and thing we're going to talk about is a segment. So a segment is the area bounded by an arc and the segments that connect its endpoint. So that orange section right there is our segment, okay? And notice we have a sector here, and then there's a triangle there as well. So to calculate the area, we would do the area of the sector minus the area of a triangle. And we just talked about area of a sector. So to the area of the sector, right, we would do n over 360 times pi r squared. To do the triangle, depending on what information you're given, you're going to have to subtract the area of a triangle. So maybe minus 1/2 base times height, or, right, we would still do the sector the same way. We might have to use this equation for calculating area of a triangle, where we would do 1/2 a times b sine c. Okay? All right, so let's try that. Try this equation to find the area of the segments in terms of pi. So here, find the area. Well, we know this is a 90-degree angle, right? So that's our fraction. So 90 over 360 times pi times 10 squared. That's going to get me the area of the sector. And I'm going to subtract the area of the triangle. Well, if this is 10, we know this is also 10, right? So we have a right triangle there. So I'm just going to say minus 1/2 10 times 10. Okay, it says leave in terms of pi. So I'm going to start by just multiplying this out. 90 over 360 times 10 squared. And when I do that, I get 25 pi. Here, 1/2 times 10 times 10, that's 50. Now, these answers aren't both in terms of pi. I can't simplify this anymore. So I can't simplify more because one's in terms of pi and one's not. I'm just going to leave it like that, right? And then I would just add units, so feet squared. So my answer is 25 pi minus 50 feet squared. All right, last one here, find the area, round to 2 decimals. So we're going to find the area of the sector, 144 over 360 times 5 squared pi, right? And I don't know the base and the height of this triangle, but I know AT is 5, BT would also be 5, right? And this central angle is 144. So I'm going to use this equation up here, and I'm going to subtract 1/2 5 times 5 sine 144. Okay? And so I'll plug these in my calculator in parts. This first one, 144 over 360 times 5 squared pi, gives me 10 pi. And then I plug this whole second part in my calculator and I get 7.347. Last, I'm going to subtract these two numbers from each other and I get 24.07 meters squared. Great. Let me know if you have questions. Email me and then do the work the next couple days, and I'll talk to you guys soon.